since the beginning of the year. I think he probably got some fuel in the tank. We'll see. He scored a couple of goals in the last FA Cup tie here between these two, which United won 3-2. That was a thriller, and more of the same to come, I would suggest.
Well, it was the perfect warm-up, wasn't it, for Mo Salah? There's the man that also comes back into the Manchester United team, Rasmus Højlund, who's started to show his real quality and why Manchester United bought him from Atalanta.
Well, it does look as though Dalot is going to play on the right and Wan-Bissaka on the left. That's the first little tweak from Erik ten Hag that might just get Liverpool thinking. Bruno Fernandes will be trying to create, that's for sure. And it's awkward with a bit of sunshine. There's been quite a lot of rain in Manchester over the weekend. If you watched the Manchester City-Newcastle yesterday, you'd have seen a bit of a deluge. Dalot. And here's the very impressive young man, Kobbie Mainoo. Rashford with Wan-Bissaka going outside him. And used by the England man. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo here. Oh, and it would have run to McTominay, I think. Wan-Bissaka, not renowned for his goal scoring. Had a bit of a prod at it, no more than that.
A really good start by Mainoo and Manchester United. There's a little 1-2, reverses it back to Wan-Bissaka. He should have left it for McTominay. And the reason I think he is playing at left,
playing as a centre-back for the second half of the Europa League game on Thursday. Did a pretty decent job, but I think he'd be very grateful not to be given that task here. Particularly with Højlund trying to get up to speed straight away. And Garnacho. It's a very good hit by Rashford. Probably was a straightforward-ish save from Kelleher. But early minutes, Manchester United forcing the pace, Stuart. It's not really straightforward, it's a great save.
It's a good save, yeah. And a very good effort by Marcus Rashford. But
they couldn't sustain. Sort of real venom. It wasn't quite so hard. A bit more placement in it, but a good reach by Kelleher. Here's Salah. It was like a line up a shot here, and a bit of work for Onana.
And that's a feature of Liverpool's play at times, the big switch over to Salah.
Gomez with the throw. And picking out Diaz. Darwin Núñez, of whom we've not seen too much. Mo Salah, what an extraordinary goal that would have been, even by his standards.
Well, he found himself out on the left-hand side. He made a run from the right. Came across, it's a really good ball played over the top as well. Oh, can't get there with his head, but what a good effort on the volley with his laces. Back across the goalkeeper.
Just a moment, Stuart. It looked as though it was going in.
It did. It looks like he was going to get a bit of curve on it at one point, but it didn't carry on its flight. But a good effort by Mo Salah.
Diaz in the middle. Núñez a bit rightish. And Bendo thought he'd won it back fairly. And referee Brooks didn't. Free kick quickly taken and with imagination as well. Rashford. Oh, there's room here for Garnacho. Can he place one past Kelleher? And in the end, Højlund and McTominay were going for it, and McTominay got the goal. So first blood to Manchester United, and just as Liverpool was starting to get into the game, quickly taken free kick caught Liverpool out. They never really recovered from that. McTominay's got some big goals for them this season. He's got another one here.
And he's got to be pleased with his team start. There's the ball you were talking about, the early ball in behind. Rashford looked as though he wasn't going to make progress here, but just keeps the ball linked up. That's a lovely look ball. Garnacho trying to bend it into the far corner. It's a decent save from Kelleher. But has been so often the case when McTominay's played for Manchester United this season. He gets himself into the box in a good position and he gets there first, and it's an easy finish. There's a good save, but can't get it away from the danger area, and McTominay was first to it. McAllister can't get there, desperate as he was. What a start for the home team.
And Van Dijk conducting the post came to McTominay again, and Liverpool at the moment they're just looking at each other. Van Dijk's doing all the talking. They've got to get going, and maybe attack is the best form of defence. And here's Szoboszlai. And now Robertson. And now Luis Diaz. Robertson! Well, they have had 3 openings, despite the fact that Manchester United have been looking. Quansah. Salah. And here's Robertson well forward again. Bringing it up towards Nunez, and also Diaz in there back from Szoboszlai. Eventually tees up the man who famously has never scored a goal, well, notoriously I guess we should say. Expertise in the supply. McTominay is the tallest of the lot, and perhaps the most dangerous. One goal to his name already. He's just trying to bend that into the far corner from where he looked. A bit too central and of course too high. Red shirts between the ball and the goal that Onana is defending. That's the work by Gomez, who was lining up a shot, I thought, for a moment. McAllister lines up a pass to Robertson. Liverpool could be in here. And in the end, it's a difficult ball to hit. Szoboszlai did very well to get his shot on target.
Better from Liverpool though. Here's that cross from Robertson. They'd switched it out to him nicely. Again, Varane getting in a very good defensive position. And there is the volley. Does well to keep it down, but
there's Fernandez in the free kick taking situation again, and there were 2 players, two centre-backs who were unmarked there by Liverpool. They paid a heavier price. They do have a great record in quarter-finals, Jurgen Klopp's team. I'll come back to that in a minute because they're trying to improve their record here this afternoon. Salah, Gomez, Endo, now McAllister, Nunez. They're trying to
position, and then they get the ball in there. There's another one.
Dalot, Rashford, Wan-Bissaka, willing foil outside it. Decoy this time. Bruno Fernandes, worth a hit. Well, it's only kept out, held by Kevin Kelleher.
It's great to see a goalkeeper actually catch the ball when it's a shot of that sort of quality. He was going to get his hands behind it. Good catch in the end.
United again through Wan-Bissaka initially, and Mainu. So confident on the ball. Rashford can take it on. He could be in for another one here. McTominay too close to the goalkeeper, beaten away by Kelleher. Szoboszlai trying to set up the counter-attack, and there's a turnover in United's favour, caused by a great challenge by Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho. Liverpool wanted offside. That might have been going in. It was blocked, and then Van Dijk gets it back to Kelleher, who's suddenly become very busy again. His distribution is good. And away goes Luis Diaz. Garnacho chasing. Diaz drives on. Nunez in the middle. Salah coming as well. Nunez trying to find that gap at the near post, but Onana read it and saved it.
Well, which one do we talk about first? That last bit of play or the one at the other end? But this is Diaz coming inside of Garnacho and worked really hard to get back. But Onana read it. It's a nice height for the goalkeeper as well. What a big chance it was at the other end when Kelleher made his save.
Diaz. A little bit lucky. Wan-Bissaka. McTominay thinking, I'm going to double up here.
And he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. He probably saw the defenders in front. This is where it's all made, and he's been magnificent, Mainu, so far in the game. We know he's a hard-working midfield player. We know he can see a pass, but he's gone past people so easily. And Rashford picks out the right pass as well. Just rolls it into the path of McTominay. Hits it quite cleanly, but just straight at the goalkeeper.
Mainu does have a goal of his own to his record at Newport. FA Cup, but here comes Salah. Endo has found the bottom corner and Liverpool are level. Or has the flag gone up? It has. VAR will check.
Well, the offside will be against Salah. Endo did really well. He won the ball back. Oh, now this is very, very close. Look at the only thing that could have been offside for Salah, I think, is his shoulder. This is going to be a very tight call.
John Brooks waits for the outcome.
If you look at where the feet were, Salah's feet were onside. This is going to be a big, big call by the VAR. Good play by him though, Endo, not just the scoring of it, but winning the ball back, playing it wide, getting himself back into the box.
His first game in the FA Cup. Will it be illuminated by a goal, or will it be the on-field decision which will stand? It's offside. On that shoulder lean, isn't it?
Yep. Very unlucky, I would say, for Liverpool.
Absolutely right. McAllister, Liverpool come again. Some galloping up on the outside of Luis Diaz into Endo. Squeezed wide by Gomez. Salah got up his sleeve here. Another offside decision.
Well, he shouldn't be standing offside. That's the second time he's been looking right across the line, Mo Salah. He's been given offside.
Endo. Quansah. That's a bold break from the defender. Send it up for Nunez. McAllister! Alexis McAllister on the stroke of half-time finds a way to get Liverpool level. Jurgen Klopp can smile this time. Surely this one's going to count.
Well, the player he's pointed to is Quansah. You talked about coming through with the ball here, drives past a couple of very inept challenges by Manchester United players. There's a set-up play. And there it goes in at the near post, which Onana won't be too pleased about, but I think it does take a deflection. There it is. But he still gets a left hand to it, and maybe should do a bit better. He didn't really alter his position, but he just took a little jump as the ball was kicked. Mainu, the player that can't do too much about it, he's got to try and get a block in. And the goalkeeper beaten at his near post, and just
So I don't think anyone is feeling shortchanged about what we've seen in this first half.
No, it's been a good first half. Manchester United came out all guns blazing, found a way to really cause Liverpool problems.
Well, nearly came to Nunez. It does come to Luis Diaz. For Nunez, who can let fly here with. Parried away for Salah! Liverpool lead. An astonishing turnaround. Salah on the spot. Numbers forward, paying off for Liverpool. And those gloomy faces are suddenly wreathed in smiles on the field, and amongst the 9,000 fans, and I'm sure in the dugout as well.
Well, Manchester United wanted a foul there. They won the ball back in a good area. He does well to get back onside, Nunez. There's the shot. Onana does well to make the save, and he just about gets it in, Salah, with his right foot. Comes off the post. Nothing the player on the line can do about it. Onana pushes it into a dangerous area, but not sure he can do too much else. The ball was hit quite quickly. There's where they wanted a foul, but Fernandes shows too much of the ball to Gomez. Gomez wins it back. Wan-Bissaka
of this first period. Gomez lets it go. Jurgen Klopp just wants it to be done calmly at the back. Restart when the referee tells you, not before. And there is the half-time whistle. It's around to start the second half in front. They've been behind in the first half for most of it. No changes from either camp. And just a reminder, of course, it's pretty common knowledge these days that quarter-finals have to be decided on the day. The days of replays long gone. To try and fit into a congested calendar was beyond the wit of the organisers. Here's Wan-Bissaka trying to start the second half like he started the first.
Making the extra man in midfield as well, Gomez, which gave United a problem.
Here's Darwin Núñez drawing Varane out of the centre and prepared to take him on and leave him in his wake. Oh, it nearly squeezed in. And Nana mightily relieved.
He's got pace. He can be the all-round centre-forward, can't he? He's good in the air, he's got good pace, and he nearly beats Onana at the near post. He's not trying to score, he's just trying to get it into a good area.
He's having to reach for it, wasn't it? So that's why it went in. Again, emphasising the fine margins between these two great rivals. McTominay, Mainu, Garnacho. That's for handball. Fans on that far side who had a much better view of it than we did. Now goes McTominay, play on, says John Brooks. Endo happy to do that, Salah likewise. Núñez in behind Lindelof to have the shooting chance.
Well, it's against Robertson they were appealing for. Garnacho with the cross. No, it hits his hand after it's hit his leg.
Well, penalties are given for that. And they're all just reaching in. There before Højlund. Szoboszlai and now McAllister. Szoboszlai said, well, you're going to let me shoot, I will. And produce a corner. Turned aside by Onana. The Manchester United players said, well, you can save this and defend the corner.
At times he's had the freedom of the park, Szoboszlai.
Too many players go for the shot under the wall these days. Remember, former Liverpool man Coutinho did it, but here's McAllister. Not able to work the goalkeeper.
Doesn't come down in time, does it?
Got a Liverpool in possession. Endo. McAllister. Slide Núñez in. He's made space for the shot here. He went for the shortest route to goal, and Onana covered it.
But how easy is it now for Liverpool to get into that attacking third? Good bit of skill. Núñez, good strike as well. It's the only place you can, or the only way you can beat the goal.
Senior game team sheet. To one sub or two, it was for a while. Here's a break forward by Diaz to Salah, trying to bend it, but Onana read it, caught it.
Again, not at his very best, I think.
Already off the pitch behind the goal. Anthony will replace him. So Rashford through the middle, one suspects. And Harry Maguire.
The final shot hasn't quite been good enough.
Lindelof back at left back, where he's been filling in. Luke Shaw, one of the still absent. Anthony really hoped to hit it better than that, but the second threatened to creep inside the post.
That's the side he was going for, but as you said, didn't quite make the contact he was looking for.
Cody Gakpo, you mentioned him earlier, and a young right back Connor Bradley. It is Salah coming off this time.
And Robertson, who's
a little bit surprised.
Yep.
Gomez will go to left back, I guess.
I think he was surprised he didn't start the game against Man City last week, Robertson.
Salah's got a goal, and it could be the decisive goal, but not at his sublime best. It is a defender off and an attacking player on.
Had a good spell at Sunderland, didn't he?
He did. And alone at Rangers as well in Scotland. Diaz. So much effort expended by both teams in the first hour. But fatigue could be a problem. Brailsford is part of the new consortium which is brought into Manchester United, a man of marginal gains. Liverpool have the marginal lead at the moment. There goes Nunes, trying to add to that and give them some comfort for these closing minutes. Gakpo up with him. So too is the arriving Elliott. The back heel came for Luis Diaz, but he couldn't find the kind of shot that he produced in the late moments at Arsenal's Emirates Stadium back in January.
Well, the pass for Elliott was for really a right-footed player. He had a chance to hit it first time, but he didn't want to take it on his right foot.
It breaks in behind the Liverpool midfield. Here's Garnacho. Anthony's in there. Is he squeezed it in? He has. It's 2-2. 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And the substitute strikes. Aware of his critics, I think. But certainly producing a big moment for the manager, who's got total faith in him.
Well, Liverpool have only got themselves to blame in terms of they haven't taken the chances up the other end with their final pass. They haven't been clinical enough. And in the end, you're always going to give away a chance. They thought there might be offside there. They lose possession here. It's a good ball played out wide. Nacho does well to come in field. But this is a really good turn. On his weaker right foot as well, Anthony. When he picks the ball up, it doesn't seem to be too much danger. Gets it in between Endo and Van Dijk. And what a finale we've got here in this game. Just gets it out of his feet enough. Turns on it. Kelleher would have seen it late and he can't get there.
And there were some very, very disappointed Liverpool players who thought that they were maybe edging a little bit towards victory. Lots of the ball. Too many wasteful moments, Jurgen Klopp will feel. So they scored first and they scored so far last to make it 2-2 here. And Liverpool couldn't mark Anthony. Bradley. And the goalkeeper's come. And Gakpo. And now Elliott. Onana's got back. Oh, it's hit the post. Unbelievable. Diaz. Still. Elliott. And the flag is up. Oh, total drama here.
Well, here he's trying to cross the board, he slices it, goes beyond the goalkeeper, hits the inside of the far post. Maguire heads it back down, it only goes to Diaz, who can't quite get it under control. Tries to go inside the challenge of Dalot, and by that time the chances...
Extraordinary finish to the first quarter-final yesterday with goals, 3 of them in added time. Here's Eriksson, to put it right on the money. Got a touch. Ahmad retrieves. Onana willing to step into midfield and switch the play. He's got 3 to aim at on the far side, and he's found Bruno Fernandes, who thought about crossing it first time. A more considered ball. Maguire's in there. Garnacho's in there. Cleared not very far. Plenty of height on it from Quansah. No distance. Still away in the end by Van Dijk, but Manchester United have got the bit between their teeth now. Elliott having to defend against Garnacho, the fans roaring them on. They've come to life just as the team has.
Well, has he got a long throw here? Not easy with a slippery ball. He's looking for a towel, they haven't got one.
No, and you've also got to run up this slope on an artificial turf to get to the grass when your studs will grip. And Bradley only knocks it down as far as Garnacho. Manchester United want to cross here. Of course, they want a goal here. Liverpool just can't get out. How often? We've hardly ever said that. Certainly not at all since the first 15 minutes. No foul, but it breaks for Anthony. And now Eriksson. Ahmad. Lindelof. The prize is a great one. We can find something with this, maybe the last ball into the box before John Brooks blows for extra time. In it comes. Maguire is in there, gets contact. Partly away by Elliott. Lindelof. Eriksson for Marcus Rashford. Rashford has put it wide. He can't believe it, and he's not alone.
Well, he does everything right. I think he was onside. The run is good, the pass is excellent. The first touch just opens it up for him, and then he doesn't get any bend on it. He just passes it beyond the far post. What a miss. Look at that for a touch. And I expect him to score there. Gets in behind Quansah. What a big moment that is.
Well, there was Wembley beckoning. But Liverpool let off. And we go to extra time here at Old Trafford. Liverpool finished the first half strongly. They got the 2 goals.
And I said those very same words when Liverpool played in the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea, when there was only going to be one winner when it went into extra time. That should have been Chelsea. Somehow Liverpool found another gear and got the winner.
Well, if they get a goal in front, he might do that. It's given away by Quansah. Now Eriksson. Bruno Fernandes. Brilliant take by Anthony. Can he find the shot? He's not far away from finding it. He brought them level, nearly put them in front.
Well, he's had an effect on the game, and that's what you want from your substitutes. Turns away from McAllister.
His move from Southampton. Taken by McAllister. The goalkeeper did well, actually. Sometimes you can be deceived. The ball might creep in by the far post, but Onana stayed cool and wasn't able to claim it easily. Here's Gomez. McAllister. And Diaz. Just hesitated. Dalot didn't. Anthony. Dalot again. Comes off the head of Van Dijk. Back into the path of Rashford. Garnacho wanting to shoot. Lindelof does! And hits the side netting.
Good bit of play. There's the backfield. Garnacho drags the corner infield. Conor Bradley, should I say again?
Lindelof, who scored the winning penalty, if I remember rightly, in the semi-final. It went to a shootout against Brighton. McAllister's
Been excellent.
Eriksson. Fernandes trying to get it through to Rashford. The flag will stay down. Rashford misses anyway. Still haunted perhaps by that miss. He was offside, and I think he knew it, but the one stroke of the end of regulation time. If Liverpool do win, they'll be spotted up, I think.
It was almost a very good run. He ran off of Bradley.
United on the boil. And what remains for if it comes down to penalties. Elliott, shooting position for him here. Deflection on it. Kind to Liverpool. Super for Harvey Elliott. And Liverpool have the lead again. Buy a ticket and you might win the raffle. Take a shot, you might win an FA Cup quarter-final.
Well, he was a long way out. It looked to be a good strike, but it did take a wicked deflection. And Nana, he started to go one way and had to adjust his position. Just finds that bit of space on the edge of the box. Nobody really goes and closes him down until too late, and it takes a deflection off maybe Eriksson. Eriksson's the player that goes to it there. Yeah, it comes off the bottom of his boot and takes it away from Onana. Goes between the legs of Maguire. Really difficult for Onana. He was just starting to go the other way, had to adjust his position.
It was a shot on target, but not this part of the target that it actually found. So they've had a couple of bits of fortune with deflections, Liverpool. Here's Anthony. Tsimikas rushed to the battle, but he's given it straight to Amad Diallo. His options to the left. And Rashford across the face of the goal.
Well, whether he's going for a shot or a cross, it's a good effort. He's just playing it into a good area. Made a good run. It's the area that they were causing Liverpool problems right at the start of the game. I think he's going for goal. It hooks it, goes out for a throw-in. Anthony couldn't keep it in play.
It's half-time in extra time, and it's been Liverpool's half. The importance. So Liverpool 3-2 up, second period of extra time here at Old Trafford. Whoever gets through, they're doing it the hard way. There's a foul by Darwin Núñez. Have to keep just ticking the boxes today. So who's still playing from the start of the game? Núñez is one. Eriksson. Fernandez. Up towards the dangerous head of Maguire. Knocks it down towards Maguire again. He knocked it down towards Garnacho, and then
Maguire could end up being another centre forward. He's just passed the ball. He's looking at the bench saying, do you want me to go centre forward or do I still play at the back?
Well, it's McTominay for Rashford this time. Extraordinary, it's 3-3. Well, he could have won it for Manchester United right at the end of regulation time. He's kept them in the cup with this chance. And Liverpool gave the ball away. And this time United had the energy and the application to find their target.
It's poor play. Núñez trying to play a crossfield pass, gets intercepted. McTominay plays it straight into the path of Rashford. He had a great shot in the first half. Wrapping his foot round it, which was saved by Kelleher. This one is even better. And the goalkeeper can't even get a dive in. Really good finish from Marcus Rashford. Núñez puts his head in his hands.
More passes, more possession, but not at the moment more goals. Has been the situation for a fair part of the game. But here's Rashford. McTominay racing into the middle. Wow. You could watch him at the top of the picture as we look at our monitors here. Look at the ground that he makes up.
And what a pass from Rashford as well. You can see it. He's still got to get that in between defenders right into the path of McTominay.
Well, that's the regulation of the competition unless they take him off. Swung in by Tsimikas, touched by McTominay. Elliott robbed. Here's Garnacho. Amad, who stole the ball, gets it back from Garnacho. For the young man, can he make himself a hero? He has done. It's Manchester United's quarter-final. In classic Manchester United fashion, the counter-attack. And a youngster doing it as well. The Busby Babes, the Fergie fledglings. And now Ten Hag has sent on Amad Diallo, who's hardly had a chance at Manchester United, hardly had a chance. He has scored a goal before for the club, but this one will go down in history. They were 2-1 down, on the verge of going out. They were 3-2 down, on the verge of going out. And now Liverpool are paying the price for missed chances. Stuart Robson.
Well, Amad won the ball back off Harvey Elliott. I didn't think the pass was particularly good from Garnacho, but his first touch took him away from Bradley. And all he's trying to do is hit it into the far side of the goal, and he gets it absolutely spot on. It's the only place he would beat the goalkeeper. Kelleher gets so close to it, in off the far post. What a finish to the game for these United players and the crowd inside here of United persuasion.
Well, if you don't know the name, he's made sure you know it now. And now, having got that yellow card earlier, he's taken his shirt off and got another yellow card, so that's a red card, and I guess that will keep him out of the semi-final that he's just put Manchester United into.
Well, obviously great for the player to score, but that's mad. He must have realised he'd already got a yellow.
Well, Liverpool in desperate straits now. Van Dijk is in there, half away. Endo trying to get it down so they can try and rectify the situation with a little bit of patience that they're allowed. The time is against them. And here goes Garnacho. He's not shy of running the length of the field here. Bradley staying with him. Garnacho now heading towards the corner flag, making sure Manchester United keep the ball. That's excellent play from him. Dying seconds.
And United, remember, have 10 men at the moment.
They also have a place in the quarter-finals. An extraordinary game, in keeping with an extraordinary weekend in this wonderful competition. Marcus Rashford, who could have been